Our theme this week is zoo animals, and our focus book is Giraffes Can't Dance. Now, in the front of the book, we see a giraffe, and on the back of the book, we see animals that are dancing, and this is our spine. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim. There's his neck. He has a long neck. But his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He has some long, thin legs. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off the trees. But when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. He kept falling every time he tried to run around. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad because when it came to dancing, he was really, really bad. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald," the animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird." Look at all the animals. They're all laughing at Gerald. And Gerald looks really sad. Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. There goes Gerald walking off. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "There's a gorgeous full moon." "Excuse me," coughed a cricket, who'd seen Gerald earlier on. "But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song." Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. Then the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hoof had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying and his tail was swishing around. He threw his legs out sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. "I am dancing! Yes, I am dancing!" Gerald cried. Then, one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream. Gerald is the best dancer that we've ever seen." "How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how." But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. We all can dance, he said, when we find music that we love. Okay, that's the end of our story. And as you see, there's so many animals in this book. What are some of the animals that you remember seeing? We had a giraffe, and his name was Gerald. Down here, there's a tortoise. Zebras with black and white stripes. Lions. See the lions over there? And elephants, and hippos, and rhinoceros, and monkeys up here in the trees. Lots of different animals. And they were doing different dances. Some were dancing together. Others were dancing by themselves. And Gerald, at the end, Gerald was not sad anymore. Now Gerald was happy. He had learned how to dance, and he learned how to dance to his own music. It's an awesome book.